Madam Gay.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I guess good morning to the people in the US right now with the time difference. My name is Alioune Sen, Associate Coordinator of the Fulbright Program in West Africa, and I would like to welcome you all to today's orientation. Without any further ado, I think we will get started with the words of welcome of Mr. Usman Sen, Director of WARC.
Professor Usman.
All right, thank you, Alioune. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Marianne and Mamadou Bojan for attending. I always call him by his last name, Bojan, but everybody is familiarized with his first name, Mamadou. So we're here to welcome the Fulbrighters coming to West Africa. Senegal is one of the countries, and we would like to tell you, bienvenue, welcome, dal len ak jam in the major local language here, which is Wolof. And just to tell you that the team here have been created with a sole purpose of facilitating for you, from being, your facilitators in terms of cross-cultural navigation for those people who maybe have never been in West Africa or maybe had short visit but never got the opportunity to immerse in the various cultures, which all have similarities as African cultures, but also to help and support in your various professional activities, from the ETA's teaching, but doing some research on the side, to be Fulbrighters coming in here for the purpose of teaching in universities, like my old student, Madam Gay, coming to teach in the Department of English at University Cheikh Anta Diop, or just coming for the purpose of doing research, whether in Senegal or in other African countries, wherever we can help you in terms of resource persons, resource institutions, we will be very happy, certainly, to do what we can to make it easy for you. Also, in the course of your stay here, there will be some interactions organized by Mamadou and Alioune chiefly, consisting in discussion over a number of topics relevant to West African societies. It will be a pleasure for all of us to meet on those occasions and exchange. And I assume that all of you, if not all of you, most of you, 99% at least, at the very least, will be attending the annual seminar organized in Dakar. There too, we'll be very happy to host you. And hopefully this year, it won't be during the Ramadan month, so that, we make it much more of a pleasant encounter or get together. So thank you, everybody, and welcome to the team of the West Africa Research Centers in charge of the Fulbright Support Services program. Thank you, Alioune.
Thank you very much, Professor. So let's get started, shall we? We're going to start with the online platform. So the online platform was designed to create a space for Fulbrighters to publish their work, engage with the community virtually via the chat feature, share experiences through blog posts. So the platform will serve as a virtual, social, and academic environment for Fulbrighters to access information relevant to their research projects. Composed of a Fulbright blog and chat forum, it will enable dissemination and sharing of scholars and student work. So that means it will allow Fulbright scholars to contribute ideas, discuss the results of their activities, and post any questions or requests for advice. So we'll have a well-trained webmaster also serving as an online publication specialist, and he will be in charge of maintaining the online platform. So grantees publication will be reviewed before being posted, okay? So I'm gonna take you to the platform. Okay. So when you get on the, can everybody see my page right now on the platform? Yes?
Yes.
We can see it.
All right, thank you. So when you get on the home page, this is what you will see. We saw that a couple of you already registered and made accounts, which is perfect. But when you go, I already have my information, email address right here, password, and then I log in. Okay. So then you will be able to see this on the welcome page of the platform, right? You have several tabs right here. And right now we're on the home page. So this is the blog where you'll be able to ask questions or make posts. So let's say if you're a researcher or you are an ETA and you come upon something within the grounds of your research topic, or something that you think will be interesting for your peers to see, you can send it to us. We will review it, and if it fits the criteria of the Fulbright program, then of course we can give you the permission to make the post on the platform, right? So as you can see, this post as from last year, articles from previous scholars. So every time we have announcement regarding the Fulbright program, it will be posted on here. So anything new we post, you get an email notification, and whenever you get on the platform too, you'll get the notification. All right. And here you have several categories. So if you're looking for articles, you only have to go through the titles. It will be, it is kind of a fast way to find out what you're looking for here. Okay. Next, we'll move to the blog. So as you can see, all these are articles from last year that was sent to us, reviewed, and then posted afterwards. And all these articles are available right now. When you go on the page, you'll be able to go through them. Then here we have the messaging session where you can send chat messages to us or anybody else if you have questions. So please note that the platform will be a way for you to communicate with us, but we are also available on WhatsApp. If you check out the chat right now, all our numbers are sent, or via email too. So that's for the messaging. And here you have all the resources. You'll have documents such as presentations, terms of reference, flyers, or any piece of information that will be posted, that we will post for you. When you go to the resource, you will find it there. Next, very, very important, we have the guides. So we'll just fly through them real quick for time purpose. Here you have the introduction, of the guide, which will tell you a little bit more of its purpose. And I strongly invite you to go over it on your own time. Next, we have the institutional and administrative challenges. Tells you a little bit more about what to do when you're preparing for research. Then we have a section that talks about the ETAs and teaching responsibilities and so on. And then next, we have the university catalogs. So here, what we try to do is to collect several data from universities in West Africa and rank them. For example, let's see here, University of Chess. So when you're looking for a resource person, when you're looking for information regarding a university, once you get on the catalog, you will get information such as this: the number of faculty, the number of students, a little bit more information about the government body, um, and also contact information. Usually it's the head of research. Um, as you can see here, you have their name, their email, the university, and also the website of the given university. So these are very, very important resources, especially if you're doing research. And here we have a list of all the Fulbrighters who have registered so far. Here there's another list of all the experts we have right here. So if you click on this one, you'll get a little bit more information about the person, what they do, what is their area of expertise, and you'll have an email address and a cell phone number if you need to get in touch with them.
On this particular chapter, Anion,
Yes.
I know that in Dakar, they are in the process of changing many of the senior administrators of our various universities.
Okay.
So it would be good. That would be more like you and particularly Mamadou, who is in academia, to try each year to see if there is a good reason for updating. Every year, senior staff in research, in administration may change, and it would be good to think about updating the list. Likewise, for the resource persons, in every country, there will be a number of university faculties having the Fulbright scholarship to go to the United States and come back to their institutions. It will be good. Or maybe some new research, some new resource persons met by myself, by Mamadou Bojal, or by you, or by Marianne, while we going to conferences, workshops, and everything. So it would be good at a particular time from one year to another that you and Mamadou think about updating the list so as to get in fresher information.
Sounds good, sir. Thank you very much. We'll do that.
Uh,
And okay, and here you'll have all the notification that will come on your feed. This tab here will allow you to access your account and log out. So as you can see, it's very, very, very easy to use. But in case of an issue, because in the past we've had people who had a issue creating an account or accessing the platform, please send us an email and then we'll see with the webmaster what we can do to fix the issue as soon as possible. Okay, then we have the support services provided by WARC. So WARC will provide support to Fulbright grantees in West Africa through individual and group check-ins, all right? So this will be done monthly for ETAs and bi-monthly for scholars and student researchers. However, if you may choose to meet outside of the scheduled times in case of need. So either virtually or in person if you are posted in Senegal, or if you travel from a different country and you happen to be in Senegal, especially Dakar, well, feel free to stop by the center and see any one of us. So as for office hours, I will be personally available every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Dakar time, from Monday to Friday. So we understand that you only have a few months to meet goals. So we will put all our efforts into assisting you in establishing productive collaboration within with the relevant resource persons during the duration of your grant, whether you are an ETA or you're doing research. So through over 30 years of experience in assisting fellows to achieve their work in Africa, WARC is more than qualified to provide you with adequate support. Um, then I'm going to talk about the ETA seminar. So in coordination with the U.S. Embassy in Dakar, IIE, ECA, and WARC, WARC will assist with the planning and execution of the in-person ETA seminar for the Sub-Saharan Africa region in the spring of 2025. So the seminar will include ETAs, IIE, ECA, U.S. Embassy, and WARC staff. So usually it's from Monday through Thursday. They usually be the full days of programming, and arrival departures are usually scheduled on the weekend. So the majority of the seminar sessions will be at WARC. The U.S. Embassy will schedule a briefing session and may present on other topics such as alumni engagement and other relevant content, and perhaps include an American space visit. So ETA mentors will determine and host most of the seminar session content with other ETA peers, and WARC will assist with the logistics. So next we have the enrichment seminars, which we try to do every 3 months. So by the end of the grant, we expect to organize up to 4 of them. So in these seminars, the scholars and student researchers will be the ones presenting, but ETAs are welcome to join, learn a few things, and ask questions. So far, we have done 5 series, and if you go on the, you've missed them all, but not to worry, they're posted on the Fulbright platform under the media tab. So for the enrichment seminar, we will be sending the topics we have selected for this year through email. And people who are researching that field, the field of the topic, or are interested in doing research on it, can volunteer. It will be on a first come, first serve basis. So if you wish to present on a topic that is not included in the list, we encourage you to submit it to us. We will then review and determine if it fits the Fulbright requirements. Once the topic is chosen and the presenter is selected, we will invite a guest speaker who will be an expert in the area and whose role will be to give feedback to the Fulbrighters after their presentation and engage in a Q&A session with them afterwards. So the session will last about 2 hours, depending on the number of speakers, and each Fulbrighter will have 10 to 15 minutes max to present. Okay, that's what I had. Dr. Bodian, I don't know if I skipped something that you, or if you want to add something.
Thank you, Alun, for this wonderful presentation. And I think you covered everything. Maybe something I would like to emphasize on is the use of the platform, because we want it to be, as Alun mentioned, a space for exchange where researchers and the ETAs can meet, but more importantly, researchers, because what we expect from them is to share their experiences, but also share their papers to get feedback from their colleagues. And I think this can be very helpful when it comes to helping them, frame their, ideas or papers they are working on to get feedback. And that can be a good exercise. The other thing is the enrichment seminars, which are also very important events and activities. And the idea is to create a space for exchange on topic of interest for you, but also to have volunteers, right? So we're gonna set broad topics that can cover different aspects. The idea is to have experts to shed light on those topics from different perspectives. So I'll also invite you to, go into the platform, but also to look at the term of references of previous enrichment seminars to give you an idea of how those seminars are framed and the kind of expectations we have. So these are the things I want to add, and but also take the opportunity to welcome you all and tell you that we are here to help, at least to make sure that your experience in West Africa is the most wonderful one. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bodia. Marianne? Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right. So thank you very much, Alwin, and thank you, Mamadou. As they have already talked about the services we offer to Fulbrighters, I'm just going to introduce a little bit WARC and what we do here as a center that can benefit also the researchers, but also to give you a better idea of us as your host. So the center has been here for a long time now, and like we said, it's just like to make connection between like scholars in the US and scholars in Africa. Just facilitate the connection, make sure like people work together, and just provide like logistical support to all of those fellows, scholars, students. So WARC has many fields. We work in different fields. That's why we have like several programs that are different in some ways, but the common base being like they are lodged at WARC. Like if we can talk about our current initiatives, the West African Acquisition Project is basically working with the Library of Congress, collecting like books from 11 countries in West Africa, and I think Chad is one of them. It's the only one that is not in West Africa. So they have coordinators in all of those countries. And again, those coordinators can help us with like helping you when you are in one of those countries, because they are very well connected, so can help you in any ways you need if you are interested. So like I said, they just basically collect books from their countries, books or like CDs, newspapers, any type of material that can be of use and that be thinking useful to have at the Library of Congress. Another program that we have, especially for young leaders, is we are part of the Young African Leaders Initiative. Like you probably know, they have the Mandela Washington Fellows that go to the US for the programming, being based at various universities. Maybe one of your universities has hosted like one of those fellows, but this one is basically done in Africa. So they have 4 hubs in Africa, and then Senegal is being one of them. WARC collaborate with CESAC, which is like a management school, just to provide that training in civic leadership. Another program specifically catering to African scholars is the African Humanities Program. So they just decided to give grants to researchers or like faculty that are based in Africa. So basically taking them away from their posting at the university and then maybe sending them to, let's say, WARC. For an example, we are a host, so the fellow will come here for 2 to 3 months, and the objective being to help them write whatever they have to write, whether it is a thesis, a book, so that, because when you are giving classes at your school, maybe you don't have enough time to focus on your writing. So this time that you spend away from your university will allow you just to focus on that and just like move forward with the writing. Another program that is very important, which is focusing on languages, but let's say, I think this one is for maybe undergrad or graduate students. So it's like a scholarship. So they just apply, and once they get it, they get to spend 3 months in Dakar with us here doing intensive training in French and Wolof. Well, the focus is mainly French, but they also get to learn Wolof in the process. Living with host families and getting also very much immersed in the culture. which leads us to one of the major things WARC does to supplement income is like the study abroad programs. Every year we receive like close to 15 to 20 on good years programs, whether they are like semester programs or like summer programs or faculty development seminar. So if anyone is interested in that, you can also reach out to us and we can tell you more about that. Just like introducing undergraduate students or faculty to Senegal, to the culture, like because we have like some field trips that go with these, a lot of lectures on different topics. So each program has a different theme that we try to just like, we make it work and we adapt it to each program. And then like they were already telling you, the support to Fulbrighters that they already talked about. So that's a program, that's the last program we added to our different initiative hosted at WARC. So basically as a researcher, even if you were not a Fulbrighter, as a Fulbrighter or as a simple researcher affiliated to WARC, the services we kind of offer, let's say in Senegal, like you get here because you are a researcher, you probably need to get like a research clearance because I know most people don't do it, but you to be in the clear with like the regulation, you should. So here in Senegal, we are able to apply on behalf of the fellows that are doing their research here in Senegal. So we collect all the documents and send them out to the ministry. And then once we get the letter, give it to the researcher. Another big part of the work we do is like putting researchers or fellows in touch with local contacts. Sometimes you get to a country, you get to Senegal, you don't know many people, you don't know where to start. So after having a meeting with Professor Sen or maybe Mamadou, then you are able to get some connections that will help you start your research. And logistical support is very important too. Let's say you need like a research assistant, you need a translator, you need like transportation. All of those we try to help researchers with that. All you need just like send a request and we'll help you with that. We also have at WARC some space. So if you are in Dakar, we hope you will stop by sometime to say hi or to use our services because we have a small library which has a space inside that you can just like sit there and then work quietly. We have internet access, Wi-Fi all over the center. And also you can spend some time in the gardens, or if you want to have lunch, we also have a small cafeteria that serves breakfast and lunch every day from Monday to Friday. So we already talked about the study abroad program. So then sometimes when we are capable, we also like provide internships to some of the people who request it. Mainly it's attached like to a program, to a study abroad program. But yes, that's a service we can also try to provide. The grants, the West African Research Center, WARA, West African Research Association, we are an umbrella organization from the West African Research Association that is based at Boston University. So WARA does offer several grants. So if you are interested, please check their website. You just type WARA and then you will see it on the on your search. Then you can go to grants. Where you will see like the list of grants that are offered. WARC only has one grant, which is the WARC Travel Grant, which is meant specifically for researchers, West African researchers doing research in West Africa. Professor Sen will probably tell you more about why they decided to make that decision, which is a wise decision. But that's the only grant we have, and we offer it twice a year. And then the last thing being all the events that we host here, whether conferences, seminars, workshops. So anyone interested, just email to us and then we take care of everything, whether it is the logistic or like finding the guest or all the, I don't know, renting a bus, anything that goes to make the conference work well. So in a summary, that is WARC, that's what we do, which you can benefit from as a researcher if you are interested. The rest is just like the list of the offices or facilities, how it looks like at work. But come and see for yourself. Thank you very much. And maybe Professor has to add to my presentation of work.
Yeah, just a few clarification in terms of scholarships. Here at WARC, we only have a travel grants, which are scholarships which are exclusively reserved for West African scholars, with one golden rule. Any of them are selected, whether from Burkina, whether from the Gambia, Senegal, Cape Verde, etc., they should be conducting their research in an African institution, whether it is a university or a research center or something. We excluded the idea of landing the scholarship and going for a conference in the US or doing research in a US university or European. There are enough facilities, enough resource institution and resource person in Africa for African scholars to be able to go and do things with them. That's the first type of scholarship. I know WARA is working on a scholarship which would be exclusively devoted to young African scholars established in US universities. We talked about it last year during the ASA African Studies Association conference. And I think there at WARA in Boston, they are working on it so that the graduate student and PhD student in US universities may have some sort of extra assistance if there are activities they would like to conduct for the completion of their research. There are also a number of scholarships with CAWORC being our big umbrella organization in Washington, D.C., Council of American Overseas Research Centers. They have a multi-country fellowship whereby if you get it, you can do your research in 2 countries, like landing it and deciding that one part of your research will be in Senegal, the other one in Mauritania or in Mali or in Guinea, etc. I think they have also other type of scholarships. You may want to visit all the websites of CAWORC and WARA to be further updated on the various opportunities which are available. So this is what I wanted just to add.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Thank you, Prof. Sen. So yeah, that's all we have for you for the Fulbright services and the presentation on WARC. As you can see, we have contact information for Marianne, Dr. Bodian, and myself, which are also on the chat right now, along with the link of the platform. So I don't know if you will have enough time, but the goal was to go around a little bit and give the chance to the Fulbright grantees to introduce themselves, and then after that we'll go to the questions. So who wants to go first?
Well, I can do it.
All right.
Yeah, so my name is Moses Akwa. I'm a professor of management at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, also the director of the PhD program. I'll be going to Ghana for my Fulbright fellowship as a scholar, but I don't get to Ghana until January. Actually, I'll go there in December and start my program in January. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Moses.
I can go next. My name is Jasmine Alexander. I'll be in Ghana as an ETA, and I'm set to leave in September.
Okay. Thank you, Jasmine. Nice to meet you.
I can go next.
Sure.
My name is Heinz Klug, and we just arrived in Accra. We've been here just a week now, settling in, and I'll be at the University of Ghana Law School, and I'm from the University of Wisconsin.
Thank you very much, Heinz. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Hello, this is Karam.
Hi, Maram.
Can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm originally from Senegal, so I studied with Professor Sen was my professor, and I'll be coming as a scholar to Senegal.
Wow.
I'll be at the University of Dakar.
Madam, will you be teaching or will you be doing research simply?
I'm doing both.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you, Maram. Anybody else?
I can go next. Oh.
Okay. So
hi,
Okonkwo will go first. Go ahead, Okonkwo. I'll talk after you.
okay, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Chinyere Okonkwo. I'm originally from the DC area in the United States, but I'll be going to Senegal in Saint Louis to be an English teaching assistant. Very excited.
Thank you very much, Chinyere.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ndubisi Zalumba. I live in Richmond, Virginia. I am going to be going to Nigeria. I'm doing research and teaching. But I was also, the question I wanted to ask initially was that, was this forum made for only those going to Senegal? Or if we are in the other part of West Africa, the program that is going to be launched, are we going to be invited into the program, or are we just going to decide which one to attend?
Okay, for the question, it's for everybody, really. So every time we have an event coming up, for example, when it comes to the ETA seminar, if you are a student researcher or a scholar, that's not for you. Likewise, if we're talking about the enrichment seminar that we plan to do every 3 months, so we're looking to do maybe max 4 this year. So the enrichment seminar is exclusive, at least when it comes to participation, it's exclusive to the scholars and the student researchers. But as an ETA, of course, you're welcome to come assist, view, look at what's going on, and you can even ask questions if you want. But other than that, for any other activity or any other information, you will have it on the platform and you will get it on the email too.
Yeah, for the workshop in Dakar, I think the title itself is explicit. I think it is for the ETA, that is English Teaching Assistant. Those of my colleagues who are already professors or assistant professors maybe are not included in the ETA seminar. When we started this project, actually 2 types of meetings, in-person meeting were planned for the ETA first, and the second meeting, which would be for postgraduate researchers and professors. But that second workshop has not started yet. I am sure that Fulbright and IIE are just putting their brains together to think about how best to organize it and when, which will be the best time to organize it. Otherwise, apart from the ETA, which is for the English teaching assistant exclusively, all the other activities are open to the Fulbrighters.
Mama, do you want to tell him if we only cover Senegal or?
Thank you.
Well, I just want to add a few things. In fact, the Fulbright service covers all West African countries. So Nigeria included, and Ghana, of course. Although WARC is based in Senegal, so we use our network across the region to facilitate interactions between Fulbrighters, but also help Fulbrighters have the best experience ever by introducing them to any resource person who can be of some help. So that's the kind of work we do. So we are sort of intermediary between Fulbrighters and other resource persons, but also create an environment that allows Fulbrighters to exchange, to share experiences, but also interact throughout their scholarship.
Okay.
My name is Damian Obio Odunzi. I'm based here right now. I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm going to Nigeria for research and teaching. I'll be going next month. So right now I'm in the process of getting my visa. Hopefully by the end of this month, I will get my visa. I have a brief question, and that's Professor Bodian mentioned the WARA fellowships and also the Council on American something fellowship. So if it's possible, maybe to put the websites on the chat so that we can have access.
Okay.
So
yeah, I would suggest to Mamadou Boja and to Aliul to double check by just going to the WARA and the cohort website, and on this platform, maybe put something like useful addresses, WARC, the opportunities offered in terms of scholarship, and the email addresses and everything, and do the same for WARA, and do the exact same thing for also cohort, so that you may have the information ready and available to you without having to send inquiries to Mamadou Boja or to Alice.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll share links to those different institutions.
Yeah, if you go on the chat right now, you can see the link to WARA and cohort.
Great, that's good. Thank you.
I can. Oh, sorry. You go ahead. I'll go
I
afterward.
was just going to introduce myself. Do you want to go ahead?
Oh,
All right.
sure. Yeah, my name is Linnea. I am a PhD student at Columbia University in New York, and I'm going to be going to Senegal in January to do field work for my dissertation. I study mangrove ecosystem. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
One second. My dad is coming home and the dog is very excited. Anyway, I'll be hosted at Gaston Berger and Saint Louis. And then going down to the Saloum to do my field work. Yeah.
But I mean, I am very lucky because what you are interested in is my chief interest. I just visited the mangrove 2 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, where the mangrove is more lush in South Central Senegal,
Mm-hmm.
place where I was born. So
Oh, where? Because I was a Peace Corps volunteer in the Saloum area near Tubacuda.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, okay, you're talking about Tuakuta, Soko, Nemanding, Sukuta, and Dasilame Sere,
Yeah, I know all those areas.
yeah, all those places you already know. Well, we'll reinforce your roots in that area, and you know, there are every time we have a study abroad program here, we make sure that they go to visit the mangrove among the Bolong and go
Nice,
to
yeah.
Ten Mounds and go to Sipo Island and everything. So really going to Tubacuta will not be a very complicated thing to work out for you because we are familiar.
Awesome.
We travel to that area at least 10 times a year. So
Oh, amazing. Awesome. Well, I'm very excited to see you all when I get there.
okay, good.
Hi, everybody. I'm Stephanie Tuman, and I received a flex. I teach at Purchase College at the Conservatory of Dance there, and I received a flex grant to study contemporary dance in Benin, where I'll be going to Cotonou, the Centre Multicorps Chorégraphique, and then later in the summertime, next summer, from May till August, at the École de Sable in Dakar, Senegal.
Okay, good. So It makes sense to connect the two countries, Benin and Senegal. Welcome.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Brandon.
Okay, mine's quick. My name is Brandon. I'm a student researcher, and I'll be going to Togo in February.
Okay.
My name is Joshua McDermott. I'll be doing teaching and research as a scholar in Sierra Leone, and I leave in about a week.
My name is Sylvester Merlamin. From Middle Tennessee State University. I will go into Sierra Leone as a scholar and researcher as well. I'll be teaching at Forabe College. Incidentally, I think Forabe College is the third oldest university in Africa. Yeah, pleased to meet you all. Thank you.
Thanks. You're going to a very grand institution, Forabe. As the history of West Africa, English-speaking West Africa. GCE O-level, GCE A-level, all that stuff. Yeah.
I can go next. Hi, my name is Amelia, and I'm going to be a student researcher in Senegal starting in October.
Okay. Good. Welcome.
Where in Senegal?
Mainly Dakar and Thiès, and then I'm going to be traveling to a few agricultural villages to do sustainable agriculture programming research.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia. I will be an English teaching assistant in Cameroon. I arrived on Saturday. Nice to meet you all.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey guys, my name's Caleb. I'm from Michigan. I'm also an ETA in Cameroon. And yeah, like what Ken just said, I got here 2 days ago.
Good. Thanks. Okay.
Was that everybody? Anybody else?
Hi, this is me. This is Rafael Davis. I'm a student researcher, Fulbright to Nigeria, and I do my work on peace building and civil society. I'm actually here right now on my trip before the Fulbright trip. So yeah, I'm super excited to be on the call.
That's great.
Thank you, Rafael.
Rafael, Dr. Bojan is a member of the Senegalese or West African civil societies. And in 2 days, that is say Wednesday, we'll be having here a workshop co-organized with the U.S. Embassy, and it is about countering violent extremism in Senegal. And Mamadou Bojan will be the coordinator. Maybe at a later date, if you find some of the papers interesting for you, you might want to interact with him to see how he can share some of the documents with you. Unfortunately, we could not be opening it for people to zoom in during the session. It's more like for the various rural community leaders invited, but you know, that might be of interest. And yeah, that's it. That's it.
That sounds great. That sounds absolutely great. Sorry, it took a moment for me to reconnect. The network is a little weak here.
Yeah, yeah.
No problem. Moses, did you have a question? Moses, you have your hand raised. I don't know if you had a question.
I'm very sorry, I muted myself. Yes, I have a question. I'm trying to register at the WARC website, but and it tells me that it sent an email to me to confirm. I have not received the email. It's taken about 30 minutes. I've checked my all the areas that I can possibly check. There's nothing. So
it's on.
It's on. Okay. Did you look look into the spam?
yes, I've looked at my spam email. I've looked at everywhere. It's not there. There's no email from.
The same thing with me. I've been waiting for the email. It's not coming.
It's muted.
Yeah, so I don't know. I was trying to see whether I can request it again, but there's no way to request it again.
All right. Okay. Marianne will refer the information to our technician here, Amadou Dieng, and I'm sure he'll work on it and even get back to you and clarify how you could register. I think Marianne should be able to find your various emails somewhere, and then maybe Marianne and Amadou Dieng and Mamadou and Aliot will get back to you to facilitate the registering. You should be able to work it out.
Oh, I found how. I think you don't expect that email. Just go and log into the site afterwards. I just did that now and it went.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Talking about
now unmuted.
Thank you.
About researchers and established to Dakar. I'm sorry, but maybe you are luckier than the other one who are far away. Even for those who are far away, we can help out. But when you come to Dakar, before maybe branching off to Thiès or any other place, if a program allows you for a few days in Dakar to just get acclimatized, please make sure that you visit us at WARC. I am saying that because I'm just thinking about Amelia, who is in agriculture. I am sure you have already a list of institutions you should be visiting, or a list of program, project, or association. But we have right across WARC the Ecological Monitoring Center, which in terms of climate change, in terms of agriculture, is extremely important. And we can connect you with specialists there so that for some questions regarding your research, you have already some resource person to connect to. So make sure in whatever country you are in to just try us. And if we really can help you above and beyond the contacts and resources you already have, or your local institution will be giving you, we have a portfolio of research, resource institutions and persons, and they could be helpful. I'm not bragging and saying that we got resource institution and persons in every field, in every country, in every area. That's what I'm not saying, but I say we have a few resources here, which if requested could be useful to you. Yeah.
From Lydia Norton, Senegal, researcher to everyone, I can't figure out how to raise my hand for some reason, but have a question about research permits.
Okay.
Marianne, if you don't mind, I think.
Each on demand.
Marianne?
Sorry, about the research permit where in Senegal?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was wondering, so in the US, if you're doing any sort of like surveying or interviewing of people, you need to do what's called IRB, or Institutional Review Board. And I know I'm working with like a soil scientist at Gaston Berger who's helping with a lot of the like science permits for the field work, but I was wondering if you need to do any additional permits for if you're planning on doing interviews of people, because I'm interviewing them about like livelihoods and climate resilience and stuff.
In the case of Fulbrighters, since they are holders of US government scholarships. Normally, those kind of administrative issues should be worked on by the US Embassy, because the normal routine is for any researcher affiliated to WARC, we send research authorization, the request we send to the Ministry of Higher Education, and in most cases, if not in all, they answer back and said they are authorized to do research, but they will be getting in touch with this particular institution specializing in the area and this particular group of researchers at the university. The latest we received just say that. But in the case, these are for people coming from research institutions, universities, but having nothing to do with US government. But since the Fulbright program is a US government scholarship, if you have any complication having your papers, normally your university should be able to work it out. The person you're working together with should be able to work it out with the university. Otherwise, refer the question to the US Embassy, and from government to government, it should be worked out. Because what you should know around here is that even though universities are academic institutions and by definition enjoying academic freedom, still and nevertheless, they are government-funded institutions, all public universities. So the senior institution governing over every institution is the Ministry of Higher Education. And in terms of administration, they are the one giving the authorization. The institutions are free otherwise in their academic pursuits and internal administrative organization, but there is this administrative umbrella of the higher education. They have never denied us any of the requests we sent, unless you touch on a very sensitive issue, like the security issue in Casamance, where the military and security people are involved. Otherwise, most requests are granted. Do I answer the question, Maria?
Yeah. Thank you.
Any other question, Moses?
No, I'm here, but I don't have a question. I've
Okay.
asked my question already.
Okay.
Thank you.
Prof, I think there was somebody who was using a device to ask questions.
Yeah.
Is it Raphael?
It was somebody,
Raphael, you have
I
your-
think we skipped that question.
Okay, because I see Raphael has his hands raised. I don't know if you wanted to ask a question on that. Okay, that's not him. Any other questions, guys?
Hold my hand now raised.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, sir,
Hello?
we can hear you.
Can you
Looks
hear
like
me?
you're done talking, so we'll lower your hand and it's
Good morning. Good morning.
hand now low.
Yes, good morning.
Yes. Yes, my name is Paul Ajuan. And I'm a blind professor at Missouri State University. And my host institution is University of Calabar in Nigeria, West Africa. I'm just wanting to find out if the WARC Center has the capacity to assist researchers who use who use specialized computers. I like to do research. I do a lot of quantitative and qualitative work, but my problem is having been able to accumulate some data. It's challenging for me to analyze data. So I've been looking around my university here and elsewhere to see the most efficient way of doing this. And so when I learned about WARC, I thought, this is a great option. And I was just wondering, would you be able to assist one if I collect my data in SPSS or any other platform and work with you? Or is that something that you are amenable to doing, to work with me one-on-one to be able to analyze my data relative to my research questions and, maybe create necessary tables, graphs, charts, and so on and so forth? Are you able to provide that kind of assistance?
Thank you so much, Paul. Well, we don't have any particular device, in that regard. But I myself I work with Stata, and I am kind of knowledgeable of Excel as well because I can run some tests, but also generate tables. I'll be more than happy to help personally, but when it's come to compiling data, so I'm curious to know what kind of data do you work with, and in which area, so that we can see how to figure out the best way.
So that's good to know. So you can, if I initiate contact with you one-on-one and we work together on my data set, I provide research questions, we discuss how to analyze, and you can help with that process. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Well, absolutely. Are you going to use primary data, or are you going to compile data from already existing sources?
Okay, so is that okay? You said you can help. Is that on a fee basis or pro bono basis, or how do you?
Yeah,
pro bono.
So I just want to be clear up front, because I know data analysts are not cheap. You guys are very, you are hard commodity, right? Okay. So if you can email me your contact information, I'd be glad to touch base with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you're not gonna pay anything. Yeah. So I'll be more than happy to help. Yeah. But the only thing I want to know is that, are you gonna be collecting your own data, or are you gonna be using already existing data?
I'm going to be collecting my own data. I do all that myself with the help of research assistants and with the help of trained research assistants, and I get someone to input the data in Qualtrics or SPSS or whatever medium you are comfortable with.
Well, I may be able to help with kind of checking the quality, but also if you want to run maybe some going through some tests, we can just discuss and see to what extent I can help.
Okay. That's helpful to know. Thank you so much. I'll be in touch with you at some point.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Papi, Alun, are there any other questions?
Yes, sir. I have one question. I'm trying to register on the website. When I click register, I'm only seeing gallery pictures. So is there a way I can get a direct link, maybe on the chat?
Okay, no, that's a technical question, not for me. Yeah. Okay, we can, Aliun, I think we can figure out. I don't know what's the problem, but.
Damien, did you receive the email?
No, I'm not.
Because
I've
when
not
you
received-
register, you're supposed to receive an email on your.
I've not even registered. Right now, I'm on the, let me show the website. Is https warccroa.org. So when I click register, what I see is galleries, presentation of the center. There is no link or no drop down information to register. So I scroll down. I see photo galleries, project in progress, and that's it.
Okay, wait.
So
so let me, I think I can, Damien, I think go to the email that was sent by Fulbright Scholar Africa.
Okay.
And then go to the email that was sent by Fulbright Scholar Africa. There is a link there to register for that website. You will see the link is on the last sentence by Sarah. And when you click that link, you'll be able to register. That is how I did it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if not, there's another link that I sent on the chat. You can also try that one, but it should work.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate.
Yeah. Any other questions, Aliun?
I think looks like that was it. Any other questions, guys? Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you for taking time to assist this orientation. Did you just register?
No.
Damon, was that you?
No.
Okay, I just saw someone register. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Marianne, Dr. Bodjan, and Prof. Sen. I don't know if you have any last words in closing before we can go.
Yeah, very quick, very short. We are here for you. And try us, no matter what the question or what the problem is, if you don't have a solution or an answer where you are in West Africa, try us. Again, we are not bragging that we have solution to all problems. But if we don't have, we'll try and find an answer with other sources. If really we are stranded, we'll be honest to tell you that unfortunately we don't have any answer. But I'm sure in most cases we should be able to help out. I like when Ajuwan told us about his research, I didn't even know that Mamadou Bodjan here is specialized in that area. It's good that he raised the issue, and I think he'll be able to work it out with Mamadou as a Fulbright resource person. So thank you, everybody. You have safe flights to wherever you'll be going next, or those who are already in West Africa, you enjoy your stay. It's rainy season in Senegal, I think in Sierra Leone too, and in Ghana. I am not, I think it's rainy season in Ghana, right? So it's been raining a lot in our countries around here, and enjoy the green pastures. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.